I'm Sarah Hashim-Waris in the Los Angeles Times newsroom. The Yarnell Hill wildfire north of Phoenix killed 19 members of an elite firefighting crew Sunday and has consumed more than 8,370 acres. Latest reports indicate that the wildfire had more than quadrupled in size by this morning, with no containment in sight. About 200 firefighters are on the scene, with more expected. Joining me with additional details is Times staff writer Matt Pearce. Matt, tell me about the latest on the blaze. Is there no sign of containment happening? Were there further evacuations?
At this point, the town has been evacuated, the town of Yarnell. It's pretty small, about 600 people. The fire actually, by Western standards, I mean, at this point it's uncontained, and they have 0% containment on it. But it's relatively small by Western standards. I mean, every summer the West is basically a powder keg that blows up, and you see these massive fires, sometimes exceeding 60,000 acres. At this point, the Yarnell Hill fire is about 8,000 acres, which is still fairly sizable, and it needs a few hundred firefighters to fight. But at this point, the most significant element of this fire is the number of firefighters killed, 19 members of a hotshot crew. That's the most firefighters killed in a wildland fire since 1933, Griffith Park here in Los Angeles. And we think it's the most tragic firefighter loss since 9/11.
Now, you mentioned the hotshot crew. The firefighters are part of the Granite Mountain Interagency Hotshot Crew. What did we know about them or this crew?
They were based in Prescott, which is about 30 miles away. They were part of the Prescott Fire Department. Hotshot crews, they're called that because they go to the hottest part of a wildfire. They're the shock troops of wildfire firefighting. They'll go to the hottest areas, put themselves basically between the fire and between houses and the public to try to prevent them from spreading. This crew got caught out in the fire on Sunday. Officials lost contact with them, and a county official told us that they had all had dug emergency in-ground shelters for themselves, but they were overrun by the fire and they were killed.
And then do we know anything about the ongoing investigation into their deaths?
Very little at this point. Officials haven't speculated as to what they think exactly happened, what went wrong. Usually when these fires have killed, a significant amount of firefighters, it's happened before. It's resulted in rigorous safety investigations that have changed, safety policy for firefighters doing this kind of stuff. We don't know what's going on with that yet. Officials have been pretty close-lipped about exactly what happened, but I suspect we'll find out more of those details soon.
And how has community reaction been like?
The community is already grieving. Family members of the firefighters and city officials gathered at a local school last night to grieve together and pray. This is going to be very, very hard. Prescott's not a big town. It's anywhere between 40 to 60,000 people. And this is a significant chunk of their fire department. A lot of people there are going to know these people, and so we've got reporters on the ground there who are going to get more information about the men who died soon.
All right, well, thank you for the insights, Matt. For continuing coverage on the Yarnell Hill wildfire, visit LATimes.com and be sure to get the latest updates on Twitter @LATimes.